The United States, known as the sweet corn empire of the world, is not only a leading sweet corn producing country, but also a symbol of the tireless efforts and aspirations of farmers here. In vast fields, millions of hectares of sweet corn are cultivated and cared for meticulously each year with both heart and skillful hands. Each plump sweet corn cob carries the story of a hard-working season of sleepless nights, guarding the land and a faith in a bright future. America has built a strong sweet corn empire where each season is a journey of passion, hope, and perseverance, a living testament to the power of the land and the human spirit. America has built a strong sweet corn empire where each season is a journey of passion, hope, and perseverance, a living testament to the power of the land and the human spirit. Green agriculture technology, the sweet corn journey full of passion and vitality of the United States. What has turned sweet cornfields in the United States into a symbol of modern agriculture and a source of food, fuel, and inspiration for the world? Each harvest season, American farmers carefully select the best sweet corn varieties, not only to produce plump corn cobs, but also to retain the natural sweetness that consumers expect. Before sowing the seeds in the ground, the farmers have devoted all their heart and soul to taking care of their nest. They plow deeply, remove weeds, and add organic fertilizer to increase fertility, and check the pH, adjusting it to the ideal level of 6.0 to 6.8, enough for the seeds to germinate healthily and retain their natural sweetness. That is the first step in the whole journey, where the care begins with the most seemingly silent things. Once the soil has been carefully tended, the sweet corn planting season officially begins, opening the first chapter of a hopeful growth journey. Around April to May, when the ground begins to warm up, reaching 50 degrees Fahrenheit, American farmers know it is time to send their golden seeds to Mother Earth. Seeders, smart machines that work silently on the soil, furrowing, seeding, and fertilizing at the same time. They gently place each kernel of corn at the ideal depth and spacing between rows, giving the corn plant optimal room to grow, with just enough breathing room between the rows of young leaves waiting to grow tall. The GPS and sensor system helps to precisely locate each seed, control the planting density, and adjust the depth to suit each type of soil. Each corn seed is placed in the ground not only with high precision, but also with the expectation of being nurtured in the best conditions from the very first moment. At speeds of up to 10 miles per hour, these machines can sow 70,000 to 85,000 seeds per hectare, covering vast fields efficiently and quickly. Beneath the fertile brown soil, a journey from tiny seeds to plump, sweet corn cobs carries the taste of the earth and human hands. Once the seed has entered the soil, the first drops of water help to awaken the sprouts of life. Irrigation is not just a technique, but the heartbeat that sustains the entire sweet cornfield. In the dry or unpredictable climates of the United States, every drop of water becomes more precious than ever, especially during the critical stage of flowering and ear formation. Lack of water at this time can severely reduce yields. To meet that challenge, American farmers have adopted one of the smartest solutions, the center pivot irrigation system. This is not just a mechanical arm rotating in the middle of a field, but a symbol of modern agriculture. Integrated with GPS and humidity sensors, this system can precisely adjust the amount of water applied from 0.1 to 1 inch per hour, ensuring that the plants receive enough water, not too much, not too little. Farmers can even monitor and control remotely, optimizing all resources at their fingertips. To keep the plants strong, weed control and nutrition are also carried out regularly. Modern machinery gently plows and mulches the soil, while farmers use fertilizers and herbicides selectively to protect the plants without damaging the soil. But in vast fields, chemicals are not always the way to go. When weeds start to creep between rows of young corn farmers, sometimes rely on something as ancient as it is powerful fire. Specialized, precisely controlled burners sweep across the ground like blazing wind, burning away any remaining weeds and pathogens. Pests, silent enemies, are always lurking, but American farmers are not alone. Drones fly low over the fields, recording every small change. Sensors and AI provide early warnings. When necessary, automatic spraying systems will intervene, precisely saving the maximum amount of pesticides while protecting the surrounding ecosystem. When the corn rows begin to grow tall and strong, the fields begin to breathe a new breath. At the top of each corn plant, male flowers bloom like delicate feathers, fluttering in the early morning sun, spreading fine yellow pollen onto the young corn cobs that are shyly nestling below. The pollination process takes place silently but miraculously, the moment when life is passed from above to each tiny corn silk. The pollination process is complete. The corn kernels begin to quietly form and grow, day by day, hidden in the lush green husk, as if protected in the heart of nature. Each corn cob is a small miracle, absorbing sunlight, cool water, and gentle breezes to grow plump, sweet golden kernels. At this time, the corn kernels turn golden and the husks begin to dry. American farmers know it is time to harvest their sweet fruits. The sweet cornfields stretching like a golden sea begin to enter the most vibrant stage. Under the gentle sunlight of early morning, when the first rays of sunlight are still filtering through the leaves in the small cornfield nestled on the hillside, farmers begin the harvesting work manually but rhythmically and scientifically. Each person bent down decisively, cut the ripe yellow corn, then gently placed it on a small conveyor belt running along the field. The corn rolled on the conveyor belt as if being passed between human and machine, a perfect combination of manual labor and mechanical support. The conveyor belt carries each ear of corn to the harvesting cart's storage compartment. Here, other farmers continued to process it. They quickly separate the leaves, cut off the whiskers, wipe off the dust, and then neatly place it in specialized boxes. Each action exudes skill, meticulousness, and dedication, as if they are caring for gifts from heaven and earth. In large, flat fields where large-scale production is the main goal, modern technology is gradually replacing manual labor. The harvester is like a devoted, powerful companion with a 200 to 400 horsepower engine, quietly rolling each ear of corn, separating each golden kernel meticulously and gently. Every movement of the machine carries the responsibility of preserving the essence of the corn kernel. In addition, the harvester takes the whole corn like a treasure keeper, gently collecting each corn intact without separating the kernels, keeping the freshness intact for later storage or processing. The large capacity of the container helps the work not to be interrupted. The harvesting rhythm is always regular and smooth. Modern machines also have a pre-cleaning technology like a caring hand, gently removing the husks and impurities, keeping each corn in the best condition, ready for the next promising journey. Immediately after leaving the field, sweet corn is quickly transported to modern processing plants. Here, each qualified corn cob is gently cut off its top. Then it is rolled through a husking machine where the outer green husk is skillfully peeled off, revealing the golden soft corn flesh still warmed by the field sunshine. The corn continues to roll on the conveyor belt, being washed away with clean water to remove dirt and impurities. Thanks to that, each corn becomes fresh and shiny, ready to enter the packaging stage. They are neatly arranged, carefully wrapped, and then distributed everywhere, bringing the natural sweetness and care from the farmer's hands to the hands of consumers. Not only fresh corn is also processed into cans, preserving its sweetness all year round. Here, corn kernels are separated from the cob by kernel separator machines, each kernel like a small pearl rolling evenly on the conveyor belt. Uniform, round, shiny. To preserve the original flavor, the corn is blanched briefly in hot water, a gentle touch of heat that deactivates enzymes without losing its natural sweetness. Then they are immediately chilled, a gentle sigh after a moment of suspense, retaining the color crunch and essence of the field. The kernels are then placed in cans swimming in a thin layer of brine or light syrup, a solution that acts as both a protective armor for the flavor and helps the corn retain its original plump shape. The filling and capping system works with a precise rhythm, like a mechanical dance, producing hundreds of airtight, pristine cans of corn every minute. The cans are put into a high-temperature chamber where bacteria and mold are completely destroyed. Once again, they are quickly cooled as if returning to their original state, clean, crisp, sweet, and full of life. In addition to its role as a nutritious food, corn is also processed into popcorn, a popular product in the entertainment food industry. In the production line, dry corn kernels are cleaned, screened, and carefully classified. Only kernels of uniform size and meeting quality standards are sent to the next stage. The corn is then put into a heat chamber to pop under high temperature, forming crispy popcorn pieces. As soon as the popping process is completed, the product is mixed with spices such as butter, salt, caramel, cheese, or chocolate using an automatic drum rotating machine system. After mixing the spices, the popcorn is quickly cooled by cold air to maintain crispness and prevent sticking. Next, the product is automatically packaged, pumped with nitrogen to extend shelf life and preserve quality. Finally, each batch undergoes rigorous testing for taste, texture, and food safety before being stored in cool conditions and transported to distribution points. Imagine a land where nearly 1 million tons of pumpkins are harvested every year, turning vast fields into a sea of orange. This is America, the kingdom of pumpkins, where this humble fruit is not just a crop, but a symbol of culture, cuisine, and vibrant festivals. From the sprawling fields of Illinois, the heart of the pumpkin industry, to the glowing jack-o'-lanterns lighting up Halloween nights, the journey of the pumpkin is a story of creativity, pride, and tradition. What makes this unassuming fruit wield such a powerful influence? Join us as we delve into the magical world of pumpkins. A place where beauty, history, and grandeur merge into an inspiring masterpiece. Green agriculture technology, exploring the fascinating journey of extraordinary pumpkins in America. Did you know that producing nutrient-rich pumpkins requires farmers to follow meticulous and elaborate farming processes? Before planting, farmers select pumpkin varieties based on their purpose. Common varieties include round pumpkins, often used for lanterns or decorations; edible pumpkins, ideal for making pies, soups, and other dishes; and giant pumpkins, primarily grown for competitions or impressive decorative displays. Pumpkins prefer loose, nutrient-rich, well-drained soil. Before planting, farmers prepare the soil thoroughly by plowing and enriching it with organic or manure-based fertilizers, ensuring an ideal pH range of 6.0 to 6.8. Sowing pumpkin seeds with machines significantly enhances labor productivity and farming efficiency, especially in large-scale farms. Seeders ensure even seed distribution, maintaining precise seed density, allowing uniform plant growth, and minimizing under- or over-sowing. Row seeders, seed drills, are commonly used in large farms, sowing pumpkin seeds at consistent depths and spacing, which can be adjusted as needed. Advanced multifunctional seeders, precision planters, offer precise control over seed quantity and spacing, optimizing yield potential. Productivity with mechanical seeders can reach 5 to 7 tons per hectare, depending on pumpkin variety, soil conditions, and care factors. Using seeders saves time, reduces sowing errors, and improves overall efficiency. Alternatively, seeds can be sown directly into wide soil beds approximately 5 to 6 feet wide, planting in rows with a spacing of 36 to 48 inches between seeds. Place the seeds about 1 inch deep into the soil, then lightly cover them with a thin layer of soil. When sowing, it is essential not to plant the seeds too densely, ensuring that each plant has enough space to grow effectively. After approximately 7 to 10 days, seeds begin to germinate. Pumpkins require a stable water supply, so farmers regularly water to maintain soil moisture without oversaturating, ensuring strong growth. American farmers often use the method of sowing pumpkin seeds in small pots beforehand, allowing robust early development, particularly in areas with cold climates or short growing seasons. Seeds are sown in nutrient-rich potting soil, providing sufficient space for germination and root growth. After 2 to 4 weeks, when seedlings develop true leaves and become strong, they are transplanted outdoors. This method protects seedlings from frost and produces healthier young plants, reducing the time needed for growth after planting outdoors. By late spring or early summer, as the plants mature and develop sufficient foliage and stems, pumpkin flowers begin to appear, with male and female flowers clearly distinguished on the same plant. Male flowers bloom first and can be identified by their long stems, while female flowers have shorter stems and often show signs of small developing fruits beneath them. Pollination occurs when bees or other insects transfer pollen from male to female flowers, enabling fertilization and stimulating fruit growth. Without pollination, pumpkins cannot develop, making it crucial to attract pollinators during this stage. To manage pests, farmers often use organic pesticides while implementing natural measures such as weed control, light traps, or manual pest collection to protect pumpkin plants effectively. Additionally, during this stage, it is important to apply balanced fertilizers, particularly those rich in nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, to support flowering and fruit development. The average growth period of pumpkins ranges from 75 to 100 days, depending on the variety and cultivation conditions. Thanks to their adaptability, pumpkins are not only widely grown in plains, but also thrive successfully in highlands. Pumpkin harvesting typically occurs in late summer or early fall, when the fruit reaches optimal ripeness. Signs of readiness include hard skin, vibrant colors, commonly orange, a dried stem, and a hollow sound when tapped. Manual methods are commonly used on small farms, where farmers cut the fruit with sharp knives or scissors, leaving a 2 to 4 inches stem to preserve the pumpkin better. The harvest yield with manual methods typically ranges from 1 to 2 tons per hectare daily, depending on the number of workers, weather conditions, and field size. Manual harvesting requires significant effort and time, as each pumpkin must be carefully cut and transported to avoid damaging the skin. Scratches can lead to faster spoilage. While manual harvesting may be less efficient than machinery, it is suitable for small-scale farms or limited production areas. On larger farms, specialized pumpkin harvesters are used to optimize the harvesting process. Automated pumpkin harvesters are specialized equipment designed to quickly and efficiently harvest pumpkins. These machines cut the stem, automatically collect the fruit, and transport it onto conveyors for sorting. This process streamlines harvesting and minimizes damage to the fruit. These machines are particularly effective for harvesting large varieties or for fresh market consumption. Combined harvesters are typically used for smaller pumpkins or those intended for industrial processing. These machines perform multiple functions simultaneously, cutting vines, collecting pumpkins, and transporting them to storage compartments. In large-scale production, combined harvesters save time, reduce labor costs, and significantly increase productivity. Their capacity can reach 5 to 7 tons per hectare daily, 3 to 5 times higher than manual methods, depending on field conditions and pumpkin varieties. Both types of harvesters optimize the process, reduce manual labor, and ensure the quality of the fruit after collection. Modern machinery not only provides economic benefits, but also protects farmers' health by reducing physical strain during peak harvest seasons. With machine-based harvesting, handling and transportation of the fruit become faster and more synchronized, ensuring product quality. After harvesting, fresh pumpkins are transported to processing facilities, where they undergo modern treatment processes to ensure top quality before being distributed to supermarkets and stores. The processing begins with washing each pumpkin thoroughly to remove dirt, soil, and any residual debris. They are then passed through polishing machines to make their surfaces shiny and smooth, enhancing their visual appeal to attract consumers. Next, pumpkins are sorted using automated systems, categorizing them by size, weight, and color to ensure uniformity and quality across each batch. High-quality pumpkins are carefully packaged into boxes or other containers, labeled with detailed information about their origin and standards. These products are then prepared for distribution to retail outlets, ensuring freshness and exceptional quality. Depending on the requirements of distribution points and customer demands, pumpkins can undergo further processing, such as being cut into smaller pieces or peeled in advance. These methods save consumers time and offer maximum convenience for using pumpkins in home-cooked meals or industrial processing. Through meticulous processing and preparation, each pumpkin reaches consumers with exceptional quality, ease of use, and guaranteed food safety. Have you ever witnessed how pumpkin puree is made? This process not only ensures quality, but also preserves the flavor and nutritional value of the pumpkin. The process begins with selecting fresh, high-quality pumpkins, which are then thoroughly washed to remove dirt and impurities. The pumpkins are peeled and cut into small pieces for easier processing. These pieces are then steamed to soften the flesh and retain the natural color. The softened pumpkin is transferred to a milling machine to create a smooth puree. The puree undergoes a heat blanching process to eliminate bacteria and preserve the product's quality, ensuring the nutrients and freshness are retained during storage. The pumpkin puree is blended once more to achieve a smooth, liquid consistency, making it easy to use. Workers carefully package the puree in airtight containers with a final sterilization step to ensure food safety. Finally, the product is labeled and distributed to stores and supermarkets, providing convenience and nutritional value to consumers. Under the blue sky of southern Italy, the tomato fields stretch out as far as the eye can see, carrying the powerful attraction of red gold in the country's agriculture. Few people expect that from each hectare of land, farmers can harvest 160,000 pounds of fresh tomatoes, contributing to an output of more than 13 billion pounds each year. A number that helps Italy maintain its second place in the world in tomato production, accounting for about 13% of global output. The journey of each tomato, from the tiny seed to the time it is harvested and processed into products such as sauce, canned tomatoes, or ketchup, not only brings great economic value, but also spreads the image of Italy in international cuisine. This demonstrates the power and importance of tomatoes, a seemingly simple fruit, but welcome to the Green Agriculture Technology, the journey to harvest millions of tomatoes with the people of Italy. The process of growing tomatoes begins with careful soil preparation, creating ideal conditions for the plant to grow healthily and achieve high yields. The soil is cleared of weeds, roots, and impurities to prevent pests, and plowed thoroughly to create looseness, allowing water and air to penetrate deeply, supporting the development of the tomato root system. After the soil has been carefully prepared, the grower creates high beds to avoid waterlogging and ensures the distance between the beds so that the plants have space to grow. The tomato nursery process is an important initial step, laying the foundation for healthy plant growth and ensuring high yields in the crop. Tomato seeds are sown in the soil. Encountering enough moisture and light, they will begin to germinate, developing into young plants with the first two cotyledons, preparing for the next stage of strong growth. After germinating and developing into seedlings, tomatoes enter a vigorous growth phase with stems gradually growing taller, leaves growing green, and expanding to maximize photosynthesis. During the growing process, tomatoes are watered regularly to maintain the necessary humidity, helping the plants stay healthy and ready for the next stages of growth. After the process is completed, the seedlings from the nursery will be transferred here for planting. These machines will be used to plant about 5,100 tomato plants per acre. Most of the large fields here have a system of canals to provide water. The time from planting to harvesting tomatoes usually lasts from 70 to 80 days depending on weather conditions. During the growing phase, the plants develop strong roots in a stem and leaf system, thereby absorbing enough nutrients and light. Then the plant enters the flowering stage, which usually begins about 5 to 7 weeks after planting. Tomato flowers bloom, attracting insects to pollinate and prepare for fruit formation. During the growth process, regular and reasonable watering helps the tomato plant maintain the necessary moisture while preventing drought or waterlogging. During the fruiting stage, the tomatoes begin to form and grow, gradually turning from green to red when ripe. When about 70% of the fruits have turned red, the tomato field will enter the harvest season. Tomatoes are meticulously hand-picked. Each fruit is carefully selected to ensure quality. After harvesting, the ripe tomatoes are carefully boxed, ensuring that they are not damaged during transportation. In addition, modern harvesting machines help to quickly pick billions of tomatoes, which are then loaded onto trucks and transported to processing plants. In Italy, each acre of tomatoes can yield between 17 and 18 tons of ripe fruit. After being harvested, tomatoes will be transported safely and carefully to the processing plant, where they will be further processed into finished products ready to serve market demand. Once at the facility, tomatoes will be transferred to conveyor belts with integrated water spray systems or soaking tanks to ensure thorough cleaning. Or rollers to gently clean, leaving the protective skin of the tomato intact. At this point, the tomatoes are sorted using a color scanner system. These machines use sensors to detect and remove green, yellow, or brown tomatoes, ensuring that only ripe, red, quality tomatoes continue through the chain. After being processed and inspected for quality, the pre-processed tomatoes are transferred to the packaging line. Here, qualified tomatoes are ready to be packaged in sterile boxes, ensuring food safety. Are you curious about the wonderful products made from tomatoes? Follow me to discover. Here, after the tomatoes are washed, they will enter the next exciting process. The tomatoes are gently peeled, leaving the flesh intact. The tomatoes are washed in a cold water bath again before being transferred to the final tank, where any remaining skins or labels are completely removed. The tomatoes are divided into size groups for grading. In keeping with the quality commitment, the tomatoes undergo another manual selection process called mid-sorting. This is followed by a final grading to ensure only the best tomatoes are produced. While the tomatoes are on their journey, another process begins in the factory. Palletizers unload each layer of commercial sterile empty cartons to maintain a steady supply to the filling machines. After the cans are filled with diced tomatoes, they go through a press to create a headspace at the top of the can. This headspace is important for cooking and cooling. The next step is equally important. The cans go into a sealer, where steam replaces all the air inside the cans. The cans are now ready to be stacked and organized into pallets. A specialized palletizer will stack each can precisely, creating even layers until a complete pallet is completed, ready for its journey to you. Exporting tomatoes to the world is a potential business, bringing high economic value. Countries such as the Netherlands, Mexico, Spain, and China are leading in tomato production and export. Thanks to the application of modern agricultural technology and advanced preservation processes. Fresh tomatoes, canned tomatoes, or processed into products such as sauces and purees are all popular in the international market. The key to success lies in ensuring quality, meeting food safety standards, and building a sustainable brand that suits global needs. Tomatoes are a superfood with countless health benefits. Rich in lycopene, vitamin C, and fiber, tomatoes help boost heart health, improve digestion, brighten skin, and protect the eyes. In particular, the antioxidants in tomatoes also help prevent cancer and aging. Low in calories but high in nutrients. Tomatoes help you lose weight effectively, while also helping to control blood sugar and boost your immune system. Adding tomatoes to your diet is a simple way to stay healthy every day. Thanks for joining us as we explore the process. See you in the next videos. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment.